countering the false and malicious propaganda should be taken on a war footing. Don't underestimate the strength of the false narrative. India is at the threshold of a great journey ahead. What are the possible minefields that we should avoid? The first thing, avoid anything, counter anything, fight anything that erodes the national will. Build the will of the nation, and this nation will get built itself. There are plenty of forces, more within than outside, who probably are bent upon eroding the will of the nation. We are very fortunate that in the last 4 years or so, the country's national will has been aroused. It has been strengthened. People feel happy that anywhere in the world that they go today, they can stand with their heads high. They feel proud of the various new initiatives that have been taken and successfully been this thing. Yes, all these new experimentations, reforms and others are exothermic exercises. They create heat, they generate heat, so they create pain. No country can become big or great without experiencing some pain. We have to make some sacrifices for the coming generations. I think if somebody asks me what is the greatest contribution or what is the greatest achievement of India in the last few years, I will say that India has started realizing its strength, realizing its might. And that has started building up its national will. And this national will is reflected when we are able to take strong positions both within and outside the country. When we are able to follow our independent foreign policies which are in the best interest of our country. We need strong, stable, and decisive governments for the next 10 years. Let there be no doubt about it. To achieve our national, political, economic, and strategic objectives. It cannot be a fragmented government. It has to be decisive. Weak coalitions will be bad for India. Democratic institutions must be strengthened. Rule of law must be adhered to with total commitment, with religious commitment, and becomes soft power when you have to make compromises. And you have to make compromises when your political survival takes precedent over the national interests. So if India does not want to have a democracy which leads to a soft power choice, India will have to have the governments which are stable, which are decisive, which are in power by their own right, by the total mandate of the people. A fragmented polity can considerably delay or even make it impossible for India to realize its dream. Because that polity will not be, because the weak governments are unable to take hard decisions. And for taking India ahead, it will be necessary to take those hard decisions. Hard decisions which are good for the people, but do not necessarily are populist decisions.